hope everybody had a wonderful day, a way of life where we help people find their career path and business development and budgeting through astrology. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about um, the astrology for this week. But before I do that, I wanted to thank the people who have reached out to me for readings. I posted something about the new moon and Gemini energy and got a wealth of response. And I am so grateful for the service. Again, thank you so much. I think I have like three more to do, and with a little bit of patience, I will get those out to you. Um, I got really busy with work and I had an event to do this weekend called Starting a Business, asking the question, what service are you providing? No, are you providing a service people want? And what are you fixing? But from the buyer's point of view, which was very, very interesting, and had me rethinking how I want to do things with my business. So I'm in the process of mapping, and I have a few projects lined up that I'm really excited about. And hopefully, you'll see the growth of that over the next few months. I got asked to be ambassador of CWI, which is the Commonwealth Initiative. Um, what they do, I think, is so cool. Google them, go check them out. They have a virtual roundtable where they're trying to build a community of by providing topics for people who are interested in starting their own business and having, people who have a wealth of knowledge on that certain topic. And you get to join the group virtually right from your home, on your phone, computer, whatever's convenient for you, and kind of get some questions answered about your business. Um, of course, if you get a discount if you go through me, which I'm just super grateful for having this opportunity to grow. Really looking forward to the partnership and seeing how that grows. Um, but back to what I came here for, to talk about the energies astrologically for this week. Is a very, very, very important week. We'll be experiencing some intense energy that's going to activate the nodes in eclipse season, which is in July. It's going to bring a lot of faded experiences, really forcing people to let go of old beliefs um, that we've received from the past, really what we received from the Piscean age. We're getting ready to move into the age of Aquarius, um, which is going to be really, really huge, and you're going to see a lot of changes over the next few years. Um, but if you felt like, you know, we should be, you know, further along with technology and other things consciously as a community, when I'm talking about that intense energy, that's the type of feeling I'm talking about. Like people are just getting really fed up with old things that aren't working anymore. Like we are not aligned right now with the energy with these old, we're still processing and working and living life in this old mindset, this old ideology of how things should be done. Yet we're, the energy is changing into this new energy where it wants to kind of bring out the truth. We're going to see a lot of this coming into fruition in 2020. Remember, 2020 is hindsight. So the truth of things are going to be coming out, and you'll begin to see a lot of that this year, little things coming out here and there, but it's really going to, 2020 is going to be a huge, huge year of truth and realities things that you thought weren't real are real. You know, aliens. No, people really don't want to have those conversations, but you know, the truth shall set you free. Um, what else? And this is going to take place in all different areas of your life too, right? You have to remember everybody has their own soul purpose here, and the the work that I do with your birth chart really will show in what area of your life this is going to take place for you in. Um, and obviously, you can hit me up if you want a reading for the eclipse season. Um, but we're literally moving into a new age where we'll start to be more interested in things like astrology, numerology, spirituality, other planets, galaxies, very fifth dimensional things that, people are being told are not real. Um, a lot of the metaphysics that I study, when I think of the age of Aquarius, I think of the movie Lucy. Anybody seen that movie and how that movie plays out and how free she was to be able to move between space and time, right? We're talking very fifth dimensional astral traveling. When you meditate, they tell you, it's to control your thoughts and learn how to be still. And this is healthy, but it's also metaphysically a way to connect to spirit, your ancestors. This is what the ancients use meditation for, but they don't talk about meditation that way. So, you know, all the a lot of all the weird spookism things that people say are not true are really going to be coming to light. And if you're having some of these experiences, I would say don't fight that opposition. If you get a thought about something, Google it. Go look it up, see what it means, do your research, and really, really get into it, study it. That is the best way to deal with this very intense energy. Remember, no matter where it's coming up for you in life, because we're literally in the process of, I don't want to say creating, but, like new prophets are being born and found and realized. The next billionaires and millionaires for whatever reason. You know, all it's just a bunch of different ways that this can take place. But yeah, I think another a movie that we see that nobody's really probably really doesn't take seriously is the End Game, Avengers, and Thanos. Everybody believes that Thanos is the bad guy. Mm, but we're literally going through this. Obviously, it's not going to look like the movie. Again, we're talking metaphysics, so it's energy. Thanos represents the change that's happening. He literally wiped out 50% of the world. That 50% may not be necessarily that he's wiping out people, but the energy is that he's wiping out this old Piscean age, this ideology of the way we think or thought, to get through that age. But we're now changing and growing, we're evolving in our humanity um, to rise to this higher level of consciousness. So, what's your superpower? Right? And I'm pretty sure everybody thinks about this and they probably think, oh, I don't have a superpower. That's not real. But it is. For instance, I've I've mastered astro traveling. I'm at the point where I could literally be living my everyday life and still be somewhere else. anywhere I want. Depends on my mood. But those things are very real. Or, when you have these conversations about these things, it's seen as escapism or something. You might think something's wrong with you, like all superheroes, right? They think that they have these issues or that they're different in some kind of way, but everybody right now is being called to figure out what their superpower is and what their place is in this lifetime. You might experience this in a way where people are being taken out of your life for whatever reason. You could be friends, dating, husbands, wives, and for years now, right? And out of nowhere, for whatever reason, you're now, those people are no longer in your life, or you're considering taking them out of your, like, is this really what I want as a friend? Like, you're rethinking all these things. And there's a reason for that, because at, just like anything else, people are taken out of your life for a reason. Maybe they were blocking your growth, and that's not to say that it has to be negative, or, you don't have to hate that person, nothing like that. I'm genuinely talking about energies, right? And people have free will too. So even though you may have a purpose here in life, you know, if you decide as a human in this lifetime that you don't want to experience that experience, how I view these are like homeless people. And I'm not by any means making any fun of those people. But if you've ever met a homeless person and sat down and actually spoken with them, a lot of them were very important people. Like, they had done some pretty serious things. Some even were rich, at some point in time, but they checked out. They didn't want anything to do with, that reality, whatever that life was that they was living. They made a very conscious decision to say, I don't want to be a part of that. We see this in movies like, what is it, The Runner? Oh, God, I can't remember the name of the movie. But they show this in a lot of movies where, in the age of technology, you have people who are now living in, like, not like houses and stuff, but they're like the homeless people. Those are the people who decided to check out. But you always got like this group of people who are like, I refuse to believe that this is my reality. There's something else still out there. There's still another world. Like, that's very fifth dimensional thought, very Aquarian age. um the way things are going to be moving forward. This can bring a lot of, well, it actually already has started to bring a lot of conflict with people and the law. Like, right now, they are literally going through YouTube to see who's posting things about, like, vaccines and, spirituality and different health modalities, white supremacy, um, anything anything like that, anything that's going to allude to the truth. They're taking all those people's YouTube pages down. You're going to see a lot more of that happening, and it might cause an uprise. People might react. I don't recommend it. But such is life. I believe the best way to deal with this energy is to really consider what your superpower is. If you're experiencing opposition, blockages, challenges in your life, take 5 steps back and think about why that's happening to you, and really dive deep and do the work to think about it, and be creative. Think outside the box on how to deal with these issues. This is really going to make the energy just a little bit more subtle. you know um Yeah. I'm going to name this Your Brain is Getting a New Software Update, right? Because that's how I really feel about this new Aquarian age. I've been excited about this for a really long time. I know it's really weird, and people are probably like, what is she talking about? But Google it. If I'm saying something on here that's like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or what is she talking about, Google it and join the conversation. Leave me a comment. Email me awayalife5@gmail.com, and get a reading and figure it out. Where is this energy going to take place for you? It's worth thinking about and figuring out, especially if something I'm saying is resonating with you. There's a reason for that, you know, and don't ignore it. Um, you know, that's just my 2 cents on this all. I hope to hear from everybody. I'd really like to hear people's thoughts on stuff like this. I'll be posting some more videos. I'll get those last few readings out, and I really hope everybody has a wonderful night.